Hi everybody, so welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I would like to apologize for having not vlogged in a while. First of all, since I believe it was February 14th, the last time I vlogged. I have been uploading videos, but not necessarily, from my live cast on Facebook. So so today is the last day of April. It is windy here in the New York City metropolitan area. What I have been doing the past few weeks, well, first of all, I have been really sick, and it was very difficult for me to do vlog because I get exhausted immediately. And talking alone, and even though it's only half an hour, sometimes it gets me really exhausted. So you've got to pardon my kitchen. I am in my kitchen, vlogging in my kitchen. So those are my orchids in the background, and I have a lot of flowers. I have started my garden, so I would like to show you my garden one of these days. I've started the spring garden, so I can show you just a little peek, but it's very windy. I don't know if you can even see it in the background. So I think you can from my window, but anyhow. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I have the camera. I do have the camera. I have a drone. I have all this gadgetry that I need to use for my vlogging. I even have my new Mac computer. However, it has been I'm writing a book. I'm writing a research. So there's so many things going on. I have a tendency to do so many things at the same time, and I get overwhelmed. But there is a method to my madness, why I do it. You see, like being sick and not being able to go to work, go back to practice full time has been really pressing for me. So there are times where I really succumb to my depression. It's not a clinical depression, but it's the sadness that I'm not able to do normal things anymore. And even my voice, this is not even my voice. I sound so differently from my normal voice. I remember, I think it was about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I came across with one of my videos in the past prior to my surgery on my neck. And I was so appalled how differently the sound of my voice now from before. So that really gave me this sense of again, like sadness in a way that, oh my God, am I going to go back to that voice? I'm Filipino, I like to sing. And I'd like to say that I can carry a note, but I can't sing anymore. I lost my voice. I can't even reach, not even, I can't do that anymore. Even though I have never been a professional singer, it was one of my hobby to sing, and I can't sing anymore. And also, it's like, of course, I love to talk. I still do a podcast where I talk about various issues. I take on a lot of issues, social issues, political issues, health issues, and many more. That requires me to talk to many experts in my field or other fields. I called I invite guests, I called on guests and to come to my podcast. But because unfortunately of my voice that I don't have the staying power anymore, so it really is depressing that, the minor things that make me, the love for talking and engaging with people, it is slowly being taken away from me because of this disease. It makes me really tired and my voice breaks. And you can probably hear that I'm struggling now. So, April 30th, I said, you know what, I am going back to my podcast next week. I would like to go back to my podcast next week, and I would like to talk about the things that I like, issues like social issues or just life in general, talking about my orchids, talking about my garden. How I try to suppress this sense of like sadness and loneliness of being, in solitude during the pandemic. And many, it's like I don't ever get bored because I'm always looking for something to do, even though I am at home. And one of those, of course, is gardening for me when the weather gets warmer. And I noticed this year that even that, I don't really have the energy, the staying energy to do my garden. So I do it in stages. When I have a lot of energy in the morning, I go and do my gardening and start planting, replanting, carrying pots, all over, redesigning my small courtyard. But after an hour, I have to stop. I have to stop and sit down. And then, of course, an hour become 2 hours. And then I go back again when I have my energy. So, but the good news is the fact that I have not gone, knock on wood, I have not been hospitalized. So, since last year, so I think it's about now a year and 3 months, or 2 months since I was in the hospital. So that's good news, and that's what I aspire for, not to go back to the hospital. However, having said that though, my energy gets zapped. Right away, unlike before, that I am able to stay in the garden up to 4 o'clock. And sometimes I even, spend the night, during the night, early evening there, just sitting down and basically just admiring the flowers and the plants and nature, whatever nature that I have in my little courtyard. As you know, I live in the city, and I'm only basically, quite honestly, probably a quarter of a meter from my neighbors. So you can basically hear everything that's being spoken. You can hear the conversation, and I don't feel comfortable like sitting in my courtyard and listening to the conversation, especially if it's fighting. I don't like that. I really hate confrontation and fighting, hearing other people's fight. It affects me. It really affects me personally, even though it's not me. So I think I have this grandiose idea of the world that, peace and tranquility should always exist. But of course, that is an impossibility. We're only human. Anyway, so last time that also I was vlogging, we were looking for homes because we planned to move out of the city. Well, we put that on hold because all of the homes there was one particular home that I really, really loved, that I would have loved to have moved into. But it wasn't, there was always something wrong with it. First, it was taken out of market because I think there was something wrong with it, you know, I think mold, so they had to clean that. And then when it was put back in the market about 3 months later, good God, it was 100,000 more. So I said, you know, and then we went to see it, and the house, they did not do anything. And then realizing it, going to see it for the second time, there was really no backyard for the dogs. And then, of course, you know, the location, because I didn't want to move so far away from the city. The location is not so dandy for me, you know, particularly if I'm home alone there. So we are putting that notion of leaving the city on hold for a little bit longer. And if an opportunity, of course, arises that we find a perfect home, then perhaps, you know, that's the time to move. And I always believe that everything happens for a reason. That's why I don't push. When things don't happen, I don't push it. I don't frown upon it. I just move on and, you know, tackle another issue, because life is always an issue. I don't want to, you know, keep moping about things that did not happen and you know, affect me in a way that I get very sad, because I, you know, in the past, I let that happen, you know, that it would affect, you know, it would affect me, you know, if things happen, you know, things that I have no control over. So I have a new, I want to have a new perspective in life. I want to have a, I changed a little bit of my perspective of life because I have become angry. Like, so, like anger looms all the time. So I said, I don't want to live like that. Life is too bloody short to be doing that. So I pause vlogging, you know, one of the reasons also, I pause vlogging because I don't want to come to you guys with negativity. You know, we have a lot of negativeness in this world. So I don't want to like come and like, you know, like talk about negative things. Even though, of course, you know, I don't, it's not, life is not a Pollyanna. I don't want to live in that as a beds of roses, no. But I want to talk about positive things about life, you know, that if you come from a rather negative point of your life, and then you're doing everything you can also to improve that. So, well, you know, in the next vlog, you know, I'll be outside and be showing you my garden. I have started it. And I think that I'm going all out this year. I have changed also the location. I have more beautiful, beautiful urn planters. So my English garden, I think, is going to turn into a French garden and slash Tuscanian garden too. So I hope that everyone is doing well, and you know, again, thank you so much for being here, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Again, this is Dr. Connors and Chat with Dr. Connors. All right, guys, see you soon.